Video from the wreckage of the Titanic submersible has been released. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation has released this video showing crews unloading the debris from the submersible. The video comes almost a week after the U.S. Coast Guard announced that the underwater robot had found debris from the submersible about 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. And almost a week and a half ago, the Titanic touring submersible carrying 5 passengers launched with 4 days capacity of oxygen. The submersible disappeared. No one knew where it was until Thursday of last week. That's when the Coast Guard announced it found a debris field near the Titanic, 12,500 feet below the surface. That's also when the horrible news was announced that all 5 members aboard had died. Titanic Expedition Leader and RMS Titanic Inc. founder G. Michael Harris joins me. Good evening, sir.
Greta, how are you?
I'm very well. I know that you've made a career of doing a lot of these adventures, so it must be particularly tough for you. I imagine you knew some of the 5. Was that right?
Yeah, I knew P.H. Nargile. We had worked together over the last 30 years, and it was just a tragic accident. But you're starting to see some of the pieces that are coming back. The nose cone, which is missing the port light, which is otherwise known as the window in the front. Some of the seams of the craft are coming back, which shows where the actual living quarters were connected to the back of the submersible. We're seeing the syntactic foam of the back of the sub. So, I mean, the pieces that we thought would survive did survive.
How many times have you gone down to the Titanic?
14. I've made 14 dives on the Titanic doing salvage and research.
Does this discourage you at all?
No, not even a little bit. Because the submersibles that we use, we've used the French Nautil, we used the Russian Mir 1 and 2. These were all incredibly engineered, certified, tested, retested. And that's the thing. This was experimental, and for whatever reason, they never wanted to get it, hydrostatic tested, which is where they take it down to see where it's going to fail and where the cracks are going to show up and all that. I mean, there's a reason that these submersibles, because of the deep water, 6,000 pounds per square inch of pressure, why they spend so much time testing and retesting these to make sure before they put a human being inside that they are safe.
Well, you say that you described this one as experimental. If there are 2 others that work pretty well and that can withstand the pressure and do the trip, why is this one experimental? Were they trying to do it on the cheap, or what was so different about this one that they didn't at least model it after the 2 that were successful?
Well, the 2 that I understand that they have, and I'm not familiar with this company very much, Greta, just over the last several years had friends working with them and was very concerned about it, voiced my concerns. But those go to a much, much lower depth. And I don't know what kind of certification they had, but, I don't care.
But why did they do that? Why did they only, knowing that they're going to have to go down 12,500 feet, why would they only build one that they know is going to be able to at 4,000 feet, for instance?
That's why we've been shaking our head for 2 years. I mean, all of us in the community have been going, please don't do this. It's been concerning going, this craft is going to fail. And it's not if, it's when. And, their answer was, no, it's worked. And I said, even a broken watch is right twice a day.
All right, tell me, what's it like down there when you see the Titanic?
I mean, when you first come up on the ship and you come up on the bow, because, they said they found the debris 1,600 feet from the bow. Well, that is exactly where we all drop in, because you don't want to obviously drop in on the Titanic. So we drop in around 1,500 feet in front, start painting it on our sonar. And when you come up and you see that first shot at the bow, I mean, for me, it always took my breath away, because all the research that I've done about the passengers of Titanic, I have pictures from 1912, people on the decks, people on the rails, the different officers from Titanic. And so when you're looking at it and I see those pictures in my mind, it is an amazing emotional journey.
Imagine the Titanic took 1,500 passengers at the time it went down, and took 5 more last week. Anyway, G. Michael Harris, thank you, sir.
Greta, thanks for having me.